Everyone, running a little home today, and I still have to get a refill on my coffee, so I'm gonna do that. Alrighty, back. Hello, everyone. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Mark. How are you this morning? Long time no see in here. Hi, Jeffrey. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna be working on plastic canvas today. Kitty cat thingy. Had a long night last night, so kind of chilling a little bit. I don't like the way this particular kitty's bow came out, so I'm actually taking it out right now so I can redo it. For the kitty cat? Yeah. You want me to photograph it and email it all to you? Is that easier? Did you want to come up and work on that, Tammy? Okay. Yeah, bear with me, guys. It's tearing this nonsense out back here. Gotta do it over the trash can. I can't do it up there. Okay. No pressure, just thought I'd ask. Yeah. Just a moment, Barbara. Hang on a second, sis. I'll get you. Yeah, you can, Jeffrey, but obviously I won't be able to comment on them at the moment. There she is.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
So, what's going on?
Well, Crazy Crafting with Cajun Candy Wolf Clan is going up at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And I used to make not really a dream catcher. They were called sun catchers out of plastic canvas. They're a little V-strip. And all you do is you stitch on the outside. Then you make teardrops out of them. You stitch it. You make so many and goes in the front, then the second one, then the third one. Then you weave beads in it. And that's what we're going to start with. And then I got to finish this. Any ideas? I've got the gold cord to go outside. Those are some little dollies I had made, and I stitched them together and glued them together. She wanted 5 of them. Then she decided she only wanted 4. Well, now I'm stuck with 1, and I don't know if she wanted the black and gold, and I'm out of black carding. So I thought maybe the gold on the outside.
Yeah, the gold is fine because you already have the black for in the fleur de lis.
Won't be able to put anything right here. So I don't know if I should crochet it and just, make a chain stitch and glue it all the way around on the outside here. But then
just crochet around it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And go ahead and glue it with super glue. But I don't know what I'd hang from it. I don't have anything to hang from it anymore.
Well, when you crochet it around, you can create the hanger.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to put on the hanger. And then I have the purple with LSU Tiger. And she canceled that order too. Now, I embroidered this on my machine, and this has been years ago. So I guess I just put some colors from the Tiger, black and gold, maybe a bone hair pipe in black and gold, and just tie knots to it. Just let it hang. I'd like to put feathers on it, a little bit.
That one would probably make a nice dream catcher because of the animal in it.
Oh, yeah. And then I have another one that the feathers deteriorated on it. And last night I re-glued it. This one has a kangaroo on it.
Aww.
But see, all the feathers.
You can sell those just like that, Do you realize that?
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to
Because that
ask,
would be
well,
a cute kids' room wall hanging.
oh yeah. But a lot of people collect kangaroo things. And I thought if I could get some more, I can't work with the feathers anymore. We
Right.
bought a lot of boas. If we'll find a boa and hot glue it all the way around and just leave it like that, it would be cute.
Mm-hmm.
So now this
You
is
already know what you're doing.
yeah, well, I know, but I can't do it. I have to rely on him, and that frustrates me. But see, this was a multicolored cotton thread that I made the weaving with.
Yeah.
And I find people likes it more than just the single thread because it gives it more of a thicker,
Dimension.
heavier. Right. So I got those 3 to work on today. And then I did find my little war bonnet I had started.
Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness, I remember those.
Yeah.
And that was exactly what you were talking. I remember as soon as you said it, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what she's talking about.
Yeah. Should I put some of the boa in the back? The feathers would be too big, once it's hanging. And I'm thinking maybe the feather. Somebody said, well, don't
The
put
boa?
the clothes in. Yeah. Somebody said, don't put
You have mini boas?
Oh, I got a lot of boas. We had them hanging on pegboards. So we just have to
Yeah,
find
no, the boa would work. It doesn't have to be the
Yeah.
straight up feathers like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I do remember the pattern that it showed me. I used to just wire this part on. And see, I put it on I wrap the wire around the feathers and I flatten out a spacer. Let me show you. And I have a lot of them. The little filigree spacers or end caps. And you can take a pair of pliers and flatten them. So you squeeze it down and then you turn a little bit, squeeze it, turn it a little bit, squeeze it, turn it a little bit until you make it all the way around. And what I do is I used to put them, see, and I shake so much these days, but see, I used to glue them on each of them so you couldn't see. I don't know if you can see that. One on each side where you couldn't see where the feathers were connecting.
Right.
Now I've made the full-flown
yeah, but if you do the boa and you do it just under the lip of that last
yeah,
row.
Here.
Yeah.
Just glue it there or stitch it. So, and I
either way.
I found a lot of the spaghetti. I used to call them spaghetti beads. I don't know what the long ones. So this one's already promised. She said, I want it. Okay, sis. You'll get it. So I got to finish it. Now, these, you stitch only on the outside. You don't stitch in the middle hole. And when you make teardrops out of them. The first row, you put them like a flower, like this, all the way around. And what you stitches is you put a bead, twigs in between, you go through the plastic canvas, put a bead in the hole, out a bead, and then you go all the way around. Weave it in and out. And it makes a flower. Then the second row is, one's like, I'm having trouble. One's like this, the next one's like this.
Oh, I see,
like
yeah.
And you put the second row, and it's a different color. Then the third row, it all goes outward like
so the this. Second row, okay. Once you get the first row connected at the center, right?
Right.
You take the second row and you flip it. Do you sew? Yeah, but I'm saying, and you put it in between the two, right? And then you use one thread with the beads in both sections around?
Now, I used to use the thread and put the beads and go through them. I'll be on at 5 o'clock this afternoon showing how to do it. I'm going to stitch a few of them today and show them how to do it. And hopefully by Sunday afternoon or Monday afternoon, when I come back on, they'll have some of it done so I can show them how to put the beads. But yeah, that's why
that sounds gorgeous.
Um, let
Did
me.
you? Well, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you ever paint the plastic canvas, like spray paint it?
No, no. It's all clear. The only color is the outside you stitch, and it's just a whip stitch all the way around.
Right.
The beads can be any colors you want. Let me check something here. Let me see
Okay.
if it. I uploaded and I used it as the main picture on the video, and I'll put it in chat if anybody wants to see what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Let's see. And I have all the craft things that we're thinking of doing in there. I had so many people wanting. Let's see what's the first one. Okay, it's not come up like that. Let's see.
You got to put it in the private. I'll swap it over.
Yeah. It's in there. It's on the picture.
In the private?
It is. Wait, that's the pic. Well.
Hi, Myra. Glad I didn't get blown away. Hi, Kristen.
Okay. Remember, I'm not too used to doing all this. I can do this. I have pictures of it, and I may be able to just get the picture. Purple and white, because this year was the best. You know, red, white, and blue at that time was good. Let me see if I can find the picture of it again. I used this morning. Oh, here it is. This is a red, white, and blue, but I would have put it a different. It's not going to go.
Oh, it won't let you. Oh, yeah, I don't think it will. It won't let you share.
No. Okay, let me see if I can find.
I can't even do that because I'm not on a PC.
I'm going to my favorites where it shows how to make it. Now, I make it a little different, but it'll give you a picture. Oop, that's not what I wanted. I'm just not myself this morning. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. Show more. There's my favorites. And it shows you how to make it in there, but I make mine sometimes 5 rows instead of just a few rows. Let me go in here and get the video that's on YouTube in case they want to make it for themselves. Let me get that. I found where they were making headbands with beads and stuff and wire and stuff. And as many headbands as I crocheted in my life, I'm thinking, never thought. Yeah, I did make a few of them with beads for weddings, you know, but come on, Barbie, and you got too much stuff on your YouTube favorites. I gotta go in there and clean them out. I even made bracelets with metal that I used to twist, and on the end you put the bullet cap end caps on it. So I've done a lot of stuff in my life, and I only wish I had enough energy to do that again, and I don't. And it seemed like last night I was in a lot of pain, so I took an Ultram with muscle relaxer, and it makes me dizzy every time. I woke up with vertigo again. And I did that the other day. Remember, I was so dizzy I couldn't hardly stand up. Come on, get out and show me where I put. Okay, here we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on. I know it's not there. Can't be. That's all way before then. I must have passed it up. Trying to get the original video. I know I saved it to share it because I can start them, but I'm not going to go through a 6-hour video, making a video and doing 6 hours of it. They can finish it at home. Then we can get it together to stitch, You're going to need some beads, plastic canvas, a needle, and a thread. That's all you need. Let me see if I can find it again. I had the picture, but that don't mean nothing. Okay. And if I had the picture, that means I saved it. But where would it be?
I'm here, ladies. I'm just doing something that I gotta do over the trash can. I can't do it over there, else I make a big mess. And gents, sorry.
Okay, let me see if I can find it here. There's all kinds. I make leaves and all kinds of things to add to different things. There it is. Nope, it shows up as mine. So let me just put mine in there with all the other plastic stuff. That's the only way I can find it. Hey, Buying Space, Kristen. Sorry about that. My Cajun this morning is whoopie loop. I'm spinning with the room like a. Okay, that's the invite for my place, but I'm still looking for the main one where you can on YouTube. Uh-oh, that sent me to a scam page. I don't want that. Let me see. Don't you hate it when you know you've got it and you can't find it?
Oh, yeah. Just like I'm still looking for that cabochon.
Okay, maybe it's under here because it kind of pulled it up. Okay, there's the single one, but see, I'm doing the triple. Let me see if I can find the triple one. And you can make more than just a triple. You can make, I've made
Oh, yeah, you could keep going infinity with that if you wanted to.
Yeah. One lady made the center where she could put a mirror in it, and then she made it all the way around, and she put pearls on it for her wall, Sis, I'm going to send you this privately. Now, I've done these a lot, but it's not in English, but if you watch, you can get it done.
It doesn't need to be in English.
Yeah, you just watch what they do.
Yeah. I watched plenty of things that are not English.
Butterflies. Made with different colors. Yeah. Now, see, I'm making this, but I'm making it out of white, and then I'm going to dye it because I have a lot of white macrame thread. But you can also regular thread on it.
So
That's
this
making
lastly
turtles.
is what you're going to be doing today?
The plastic canvas. I'll show. I'm trying to get the picture now.
Oh, what was the last one you sent me?
The butterflies, I think. That's just with pearls.
Oh, okay. That's different. Okay.
I'm looking for.
You can't.
Okay, maybe.
You don't have an option where it looks like a little text box?
No. I have the text box where I can just copy it to in
Well, yeah, the one with the little lock on it. So you don't have the other one with the lines?
No. I wish I did. I'm on my big PC and it's just not. See, I know how to make a lot of things with the plastic spoons and how to decorate them and stuff. And it's just like, when do I feel good enough to do it? You know, and some people says, well, why don't you keep on doing this? Such a beautiful thing, you know. People that don't understand, sometimes my hand won't work. Just will not work at all. When I used to work with plastic canvas, what I did is I used to buy the soft mesh. Well, when I make these flowers, it's like a dream catcher flower. The thing was, they break after a while. So I went to the harder plastic, and it's harder to cut out. Not harder to stick on, it's just harder to cut it out. And see, I take the circles and I cut out a certain kind of circle. And it was black, red, white, and yellow, and it made our medicine wheel. And man, I sold a lot of them. I printed it up, what it means, you know, and all like that. I can't find that darn thing anywhere, but I know the picture is in that first one I did for tonight, you know. It's in there, and you can see it and pause it, you know. I can't find it nowhere. I don't need the instructions. I've made too many of them in the past, you know. Here's one just showing you how to. Nope, this is opposite. This is opposite. Okay. There you go again. You go to Crazy Crafting with Cajun Candy, and it's that first one with red, white, and blue, but I can't find the pattern. Man, they got patterns in here that I've never seen. Using plastic canvas as the background, and then putting little homemade pom-poms on it and making it into this and that. I just don't like working with circles. I'd rather work with a 8-sided piece or cutting it 6-sided, whatever, 8-sided, than working with those circles. I hated them. And I had to do a lot of stuff with the circles. One year asked me to make some plastic canvas angels, leave the back open, but fit on. They were brides, and to leave a backing where they could put tissue box covers on the tables as little brides.
That's cute.
Okay, sis, I can't find the original one, but I want to show you. Now, this was opposite than what I do. The one I do is I turn all the pieces inside first. And then I go to the outside and make the second row. But this just shows you how it kind of looks. Good morning, Crafty.
Hi, Carol.
Now I am
I'm here.
wondering why it is not allowing me to get. No. No. For me to type, I've got to go into regular YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I use 12 of them for the center. The first one. Now, I've made them to make it thicker and bigger to last longer. Instead of going 3 holes like I'm doing now, I go 5.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have an odd number of holes because you got to get that center hole, and that's where you thread to put
Correct.
the beads
To make
in.
the bead even, so it's not sitting to the front or to the back. Yeah.
Right. And the first, if I start off this big, all of them is this big. And I'm just starting it to show them how to do it. Then they can do the second row, third row, fourth row. And because you're stitching on the outside all the way around, when you come with the second one, wait, I don't know if I can hold this together, but okay. When you come with the second one, you don't want to butt them up together like this. You want to come off a little bit. So with these all the way around, you can actually interstitch with that color to keep them together. That's why I go with the thicker plastic canvas these days than the thinner ones. Just to, you know.
Yeah, so you just keep going with the stitch. Yeah.
Right. Once you get it stitched, you get your teardrops, you just go in and out on the top one, where when you put the next one, you can go in and out and still keep it stitched. Now, when you go with the beads, that's what usually breaks. Strings with beads. So I use wire with them now. Twist them real good, and they'll stay outside for about 5 years. Or if you're in the house, they'll stay longer than that, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I had to check on something. Another thing, sis, I'll take a plastic canvas this long, only cut 2 rows. And what I do, I stitch it all the way around, and I bring it together. And with 2 of them, you don't have to have it this long. But once you put it together, you loop it, make a loop, and like I'll do them in pink or blue or white for the cancer things, and then I'll put a hook on here, a jump ring, and they're smaller than this. But I stitch it and I glue it, and I put a little rhinestone on it, and I hang it from a necklace or a keychain or something like that. I made over 4,000 of them between me and my mom one year when I was Buddy Poppy chairman. And what we did with the VFW, every one I made, I took the Buddy Poppy and I put it in the back, and then I put the hook on the front. Now some of them with two, they don't cross them over like that. They just cut them out.
Right.
Like you would take it just like this, and you just cut a loop here, right, and then come down, make the flat ones. I thought the ones that you would crisscross made so much prettier pin, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just ordered a lot of the I think 60 or 90 of the metal pins that already has the little hooks on them,
mm-hmm,
the loop, so I can just put them on my bracelets of different colors. And I got my turtles in, and last night I started working on them. Now I had an elastic thread, but I couldn't find my good elastic, and I had a little small string of it, and by the time I pulled it, it broke. So I started on wire, but these are my little turtles. So I'm going to put blue and aqua with blue,
mm-hmm,
the aqua with pink and hot pink. There's a purple, there's a reddish purple, orange, red, yellow, and lime green. So I'm making a lot of these, and I'm going to bring them to Robbie. Oh, Kimberly Mills is coming in tonight. She's going to spend the night in her truck just about a half a block away. But she says, oh, I want to learn how to do that. I'll finish your Get Swamped ones and then the turtle ones. So I put them off the side. She wants to help me do them. Something we can sit here and do.
Right.
So I'm wondering, I want to move my camera. I just want to see
how thank you.
Sorry.
It's been a long time, Carol, since I've done them, so.
Okay. My work.
Someone actually gifted me this set. So I said, you know what? I'm going to reteach myself.
Okay, let me move my
And of course, it's trial and error.
That may do it, and I may be able to bring it down some. Oh, yeah. I can just put it on. Yeah, I can do that tonight. Just hang it on something and bring it across. That's my webcam. That'd be great. Mm-hmm. I'm just holding it now. I just want to see how that would work. Now I have a Progo. We have 4 of them. But, and then I have his laptop. But that is not going to work too well either. So I got to use this camera to teach with. See my face, how red it is? I hate taking medication. It kills me. Turn this light off. That makes it hot too. Somebody was wondering about Christmas ornaments. You know, I'm still looking for that box with my. Wait, what's right here? Darn it. I think those are my empty bottles. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, those are my empty bottles. I still can't find my box of all my patterns. That's what Kimberly said. Don't worry, sis. When I get there, we'll go through your living room. You're too dizzy right now to be fooling with that. So that's going to be a great help on me.
Mm-hmm.
While Wolf is finishing the chokers he's on, and I want to finish my work table so I can move and be a little bit more comfortable. Oof. Yesterday we were laughing at Rosie. I love her. We were all in my room and we were live and all that, and she was showing us her marbles. She drops it.
Don't lose your marbles.
Yeah, she lost her marbles, and we kept picking on her and all that. And, you know, it made a great,
That's funny.
great place. Yeah. I just can't remember how many of these I need, and I don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's 10 I need. Or is it 9? I'm going to have to go back and look. My hand, just cut 9 of these out. This plastic canvas is so thick. It hurts. Trying to cut them out. And my hand was hurting. I was pulling and pulling. They said, watch what finger you're pulling. I said, that's what hurts. I thought for sure I was going to have a TIA yesterday. That's the number one thing is, but there's 3 things my hand will hurt for. Too much stress, okay, too much medication, or fibromyalgia's going crazy. Too much stress, I will get a TIA. And too much medication too. Too much drug medication. So I'm like, oh no. So I have a cousin, her husband sets out all those things like the Looney Tunes. He'll cut one and then he'll go and he'll copy it, put it on top of his canvas and cut out, others. I used to have a filing cabinet with my first husband, but I had everything cut out, at least one, and most of the time 2 or 3 of them. And I just keep going, Okay, let me see. Nope. People says, I go cross-eyed trying to cut out plastic canvas, so what they do is they send it to me.
Okay, honey. Be sure to pop back in again.
I used to sell just the printed pattern with the cutout pieces already. I used to make a small little fortune like that. Especially on rainy days when I didn't have any customers come in. Seemed like every time it rained, nobody wanted to come in. Then after a while, sunny days they wouldn't come in, and then rainy days they would. I guess people start to get out, on rainy days. I know I get tired of this house.
Yeah.
This is some thick plastic canvas. I'm glad I bought it from Rosie. See, we can't hardly get that here anymore in Lake Charles. We have Michaels, but they've gone up so high here, And people throws away things like this. Keep them. You can make all kinds of little things out of them. Sis, your voice is starting to ping.
All right. See if I can fix that.
It's not doing it now, but it did it just a little bit ago. Don't you hate that?
I know what the issue is. It's my equipment, but right now that's what it is. Can't do much about it.
Well, I've learned not to go on the laptop over there. it's twixting between two Wi-Fi's, and the signal keeps jumping. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I've been playing in here, and the video's better. It's so much easier to do an auction in the room than it is in here. Somebody don't want to see the mess behind me, they don't have to look. It's how I feel these days. The only thing I hate about this, a lot of people say, oh, I just take I'll leave one of the bars in it so I don't lose that bar. I said, but you know how many bars you can lose cutting plastic canvas? Get you a trash can, put it next to you, and cut the little things that stick out, the little spikes.
Mm-hmm.
But that flies. That's why they make vacuum cleaners. And one lady said, I'm so glad you told me about that. I've actually added 2 or 3 pieces from something I've cut off because I saved that one extra row. Because if you're cutting 20 out on a cross, and you're only cutting 2 or 3 rows, 2 or 3 holes, you're saving a lot. And I'll cut one way, then I'll cut another, especially when I'm just cutting strips. I try to save as much as I can. Well, back in the 80s, Mickey Mouse and Looney Tunes, they were all over the place. For kids, I used to make the door hangers, and put their names on it and stuff. Not before entering or whatever they wanted to say, and I really liked it, Then I got to where when I went in the hospital, they were doping me up with her meds, the woman's meds, my cousin's wife's meds. And when I left, he burned everything I had. What was that mama's that I was storing wasn't burnt, thank God. But that didn't stop me from doing anything. I just kept on doing it. But then I learned when I was going to school, I didn't have time for it. So I kind of got away from it after I went to school. And nobody wanted to hire me because I was PTSD. Anyhow, I had a 4.0 in my accounting associate. Nobody would hire me. So I said, oh yeah, I'm going back to my crafting, and that's what I did. And this morning, being nervous and not feeling good, there was no way I could just sit here and try to clean something. Because every time I put my head down, I get dizzy. So I used to make the little rings like this for the kids too, with only 2 holes. And I stitch it up and I stitch it together. I measure their fingers. And then what I do is on top, I would stitch a pearl or something on it. Used to sell a lot of those too. Oh, wait, I hit something. Okay, there we go. I think I can get another row out. Usually one long piece of plastic canvas will do 1 flower or dream catcher, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know how much it is these days, but I used to buy it by the case.
Yeah, everything is expensive nowadays. We're bought tools in the past because the cost of this stuff is crazy now.
Yeah. Now, when I did the Looney Tunes stuff, it was the thinner canvas. It's not this heavy, thick canvas. But when you're doing the flowers, you have to have the thick, heavy canvas. And I wasn't buying just the, what is it, 8.5 by 12 or whatever it was. I was buying the longer sheet.
Right.
I was doing any of them because everybody says, well, I want a whole set. You know, by the time you do 8, and they're pretty big. They're not small. 8 of the Looney Tunes or Mickey Mouse or whatever. Now, the magnets were small. But, and I still have that book with all 20 magnets in it. I showed it to you, remember? And I can't even find it. And I know it's in a tall stand-up box, but I don't see it here. And I might have put the ones I wanted to keep in a bag. So when Kimberly gets here after a while, she'll tonight, and then she says she's spending all day tomorrow, and she'll help
Hi,
me.
whoever joined us. Say hello. Let me know who's visited.
Darn it, sis.
What? You cut it?
I'm gonna be 1 row short of making that 3rd row.
Really?
That way. Let me turn it around. How wide are those kitty cats? Many holes.
The widest point is 2.5.
I was thinking on the holes. I'm trying to save as much of this plastic canvas as I can. Or stitches across. 1, 2, 3.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 21, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if I go 21 there and plus 1 to cut, y'all can do 2 more rows and then go all the way across. I think that's what I'll do. I try to use as much of my plastic canvas as I can. I used to make the crosses, and when you come out, I'd switch them one to the end, you know, put like the connection on one side and the connection on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me a little rectangle in the center, and what I was doing was I'd make them into little squares, and I was making the dice. You know, you stitch them white, and you do 6 of them. You put a knotted for 1, and you know, the 2, the 3, and I was making the little dice and putting them. Mm-hmm. And man, people sold them to put them in their cars. I said, I get them. I says, can you make them a little bigger? I said, yeah. So I started making them a little bit bigger. I must have sold 50 or 60 of them. And you go around, riding around town here, you know, it's not that big of a town, out in the neighborhood I was in, and you see the little dice, not the fuzzy dice, you know, the plastic dice. And I used to make the little 3 squares, and you make the little the critters, and I put the wiggly eyes on them, and you squeeze it, and it took 3 of them to make those, and they'd hang them, and you know, I was making all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I had one lady make one of the war bonnets out of plastic canvas, and she whipped on the end. She took her bead and whipped it all the way around. Then she made a Native American pattern in the plastic canvas, and then on the back she'd whip her beads, and she used what was called a feather strip back then. Little bitty miniature feathers about an inch, and she put it towards the back end, and then she put her longer one in the front. And that was so cute. But I didn't want to take, she made the pattern. I didn't want to take her pattern. She said, oh, use it, Barbara. You know, and I'm not like that unless you say, okay, you can use it, you know. So, now I gotta find my yarn. Let me look back over here. I want to make sure that, okay, how many they're using. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they're using 9. Okay, and the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 9, 18, and then 18, 9, 18, and 18. Okay, let me add that up. $35 loops. That's how many I have to cut out and stitch. Now in this, they're making paddle wheels and stuff. Oh, you know what I think I can do? I've got your email address. I can send this to you. Let me see. Copy. I have to get into Gmail. Okay, there you go, Stacey. I emailed it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. So I need 35. Let's see. 425, 32.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I got 19 right there. But see, I gotta quit. My hands hurting. This plastic is so stiff. And like I said, you know, they don't know what we're doing tonight. So what I'm doing is I'm just letting them know, okay, this is what we're going to be doing. If you want to go ahead, I'm going to show you how to do this. And then they can look back on the video and double check it. And then they can make, let me get my cordons out here. They can make them themselves, you know, and then have them all finished. And then I'll show them how to do their beads, and they can get some cheap beads, you know, stuff like that. Because you can get a mixed pack of beads for what, $4.99 at Michael's, and the acrylic or one of those little round things for $10.99, and you'd have enough to make 2 or 3 of them. And these are cute. Women likes these. They hang them in their windows, you know. We had ours outside. That's why they do rot after a while. That's why I use the the metal now, you know, but you can actually make them where it's teardrop to teardrop coming down, and then you have, you know, just a wind blower. And people said, but they're knotting up. I said, you're still using thread. You need to use wire if you want a wind blower. I used to make the little squares, like the diamonds, you know, I stitch it and then put it like diamond shaped instead of square shaped. Put one up underneath the others and just hang them in the trees, you know. So there's all things we can do. Stacey, I want to know, can you use this kind of wire? I can't. It's too flimsy. It says floral wire, 6 feet, 1.8 millimeters. But I've tried to do something with them and they bend too easily for me. But maybe you can bend them and make curly cues for something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm putting that in your box. Probably mail it right before we leave.
Have you filled that thing yet? My gosh.
No, it's a large priority mailbox and it's not enough. He's shrinking everything. Like
right, yeah, I know. I'm right. If you keep saying, can you use this? I'm like, yeah, thinking.
Like this to save space, I'm going to take it off the card. And he'll just, there's 3 red ones and 1 green one. See, there's the green. So, and I have a friend, she takes a pencil and she wraps it around there. She cuts it and then she kind of like stretches and bends them this way and that way. And but for what I bought it for, I can't do it. It's not thick enough. I bought it for memory wire. But see, it bends and flexes too easily. See, it flexes really easily. And it won't hold the shape of the wrist. So I started using it on something else. And don't you know, by the time I got halfway through, it all came apart for what I was trying to use it for. I said, that's it. They're going off of someone. I can find somebody. I'll put it in their box. And see, that's what I've done with a lot of people. I just made this box, that box, this box, you know. And then I found these that I've worked with before.
What?
They're
oh, yeah.
You can sew on or glue on. And I've used them before, and I found 4 boxes. I just put them all in one. I said, I know where they'll be. Just trying to clean up and clear up. I'm finding some more beads. Darn it. Oh, no, that's pretty. I really need to clean up. And I have this whole bag. See here? Got 2 of each color. Yeah, 2 of each color. There's seafoam green, sage green, aqua green, and I've crocheted them and made some little, make it look like chains and stuff. I thought maybe I could use this on some of that other stuff with just a thread, you know, and go all the way around in 2 colors. Because I do have the gold, but there's no black in it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wait, you guys see what Wolf just made.
I haven't finished, so I haven't decided where to put it hanging or put it like this.
Well, wait, I gotta see, baby. I can't see that for this morning. My eyes are really messed up. I had ordered a bead. Look, it has a scorpion inside. Can you see it, Stacey?
I'm on.
Like a
yeah,
bird.
okay.
Okay. He made this choker with the red and gold, and he doesn't know if he wants to glue it and sew it on the middle spacer. I can't hold this up like this.
No, I see what you're saying.
See, like that, or hang it downward.
I think I'm gonna hang it down.
Yeah.
Or
And you know
dangle
what
it.
other
On those, I really like because of this teardrop. To
Yeah.
me, the hanging would look better.
Right.
If it was more of an oval
Right.
or any other
Yeah.
shape, really, I would say in the center. But because it's a teardrop,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, what he can do is he can make 1 or 2 lines droop up underneath it with the bone spacers and all. That would be okay too. We just want something different for Robbie. You know, we try to make something always different.
Gray wool thing. So I can
Yeah.
make something.
Yeah, because we got to make one for Shadowrunner. Yeah. And you know what? Kimberly's getting here tonight or first thing in the morning. You know what's going to happen, huh? If she sees that, she's going to want it. That's what usually happens.
Michelle, how are you today?
Hi, Michelle. By Carol's Creative Corner. Man, I've been missing a lot in my life over here. I'm not picking up. There we go. I wasn't picking up the comments. Well, I remember how I used to cut these. I get the quilting blade, my quilt cutter, and I just you know have to do it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, zip, zip, zip.
Zip, zip, zip. It's better than what I'm doing now.
Well, it's better than this.
Rick, you know the little bitty things, the different colors of yarn that we got for Jules? Go pick me out 3 different colors, please. Okay. Just 1 of each.
You got a gold pen.
Silver pen. Oh, a gold pen. Yeah. How long do you need it, baby? Oops, that's a short one. Here's a gold one with a ball on it. Okay.
All right. All right. Hopefully, everybody was in the way of that storm didn't get flooded out too bad and none of that.
Robbie and them pulled through it, but the wind gusts and everything, he said their place is torn up, but it's not, you know, it's almost all trees. It didn't hit any of the buildings or anything. So that was really a blessing. And I have a cousin that lives in Tampa.
Carol, come up.
Yeah.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
Okay, I can't do it like that. 39. I couldn't remember how many I said. Is that the postman? No?
Hey.
Okay, that's 20. That little envelope.
This audio's horrible.
That's a mail lady. We haven't had our regular mailman in a long time. I wonder what happened, if he got transferred. Hey. Do I have to get the squirt bottle? Thank you.
Type of puppy.
Half border collie, half husky. We named him Two Eyes because he's got one gold eye and one blue eye. And then I have an albino chihuahua, named her Snow White. And then outside we have a part lab and boxer female. She's wild. Her tail is, when she wags it, she breaks everything in the house. So we keep her outside. She's still a puppy, but we bring her in and out at night. And if it's raining, we bring her in. So we try to keep it going like that. But two inside here the other night when I fell, Two Eyes came up to me and started licking and licking and licking to make sure I was okay. And then she comes and crawls on me. She likes to jump on my stomach to make sure I'm alive. She's 9 pounds, but that's heavy on the feet. But they're kind of like my guard dogs because we have a lot of sex offenders on this road, this street I live on. We have a lot of homeless people, especially since the hurricane. And they'll come up to your door, and if you don't have a dog or have it locked, they'll actually pull on it to come in. Hey, Josie. Mm-hmm. Hey, Fix-It Lady.
Hi, Josie.
Y'all excuse me, I'm cutting my plastic canvas for the stuff this afternoon to show how to make I call them window hangers. People call them dream catchers. I don't see how they get a dream catcher out of that, but they're window hangers.
Well, they're not. Not unless you put feathers on them. Even still, actually, it's not.
A dream catcher.
I know.
Dream catcher don't have to have feathers. It has to have bone and beads.
Mm-hmm.
Or some kind of fur. Now, the original dream feathers always had eagle feathers, hawk feathers, owl feathers, but you can't buy those no more. We can't even keep them unless you're carded and you register it with the government. Now, I am, but that gets, it costs me $250 every time I register a feather I find like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's too much money. A few years back, a friend of mine sent me the wing off of a Canadian goose. I kept it for a little while, then I got rid of it when I found out that I could be fined because that's a national bird.
Mm.
Just like the cardinals here. I find a lot of their feathers in the yard because we have a feeder right out the front door and they drop feathers, but there's nothing I can do with the feathers. Any state bird, just like the robin or blue jay, cardinals are what they call the red birds. Cardinals are a little different from the red birds. And like road runners. Can't keep any of their feathers either. Anyhow, if it's a roadkill, you cannot keep them. But it's funny, okay, peacocks are from Africa. Okay, Madagascar and stuff like that. And my cousin, he raised them for a long time, and the coyotes came around and killed most of them. He's got 2 or 3. But we used to save the feathers and put them in our houses and stuff like that. Now, Robbie has permission to save his peacock feathers, and he gives them to people that visit the ranch, the farm and stuff, you know. But it's like, what else are we going to do, you know? And he'll give them to the kids, the disabled kids he used to teach and let hold the snakes and stuff like that. Our government is just coming. If you're raising peacocks and you got 6 or 8 male peacocks and they're all molting their feathers, what are you going to do? Just let them rot? Where people are buying peacock feathers all over the world, you know? Government's just.
They sell peacock feathers everywhere in stores.
I know, but these are farm-raised peacock feathers. They have permission to sell them. But if you're just, say, me, they're not going to sell it, you know. Now, I can because I'm carded, and I have to get permission. But do I want to pay $1,200 a year for the permission to pick them and sell them, you know? Am I going to make $1,200 a year? The ones you're getting in the stores and stuff, those are farm raised. They may have 2,000 male peacocks, you know, that has the feathers.
Yeah, her bags are definitely awesome. These jewelry bags.
Oh, okay.
Have such nice pieces. And
know what I was making?
A lot of statement pieces and stuff too.
Yeah. I had started helping them cut plastic bags. Grocery stores would give us like a whole box of them, donate them. This was during COVID, and I crochet. Use a really big thread, and you had to cut it a certain way, and then you tied it and looped it, and you crocheted. It was a plastic sleeping bag. You put them underneath.
Yeah, that's called Plarn. Plarn. Plastic yarn.
Yeah. But we made our own bags and stuff. Or I used to take old, not old, but fabric, and I cut it, and then what's that?
Right.
Oh, thank you. Oh, look, Mel lady passed too. Look at here, y'all. Look at the beautiful colors. Ooh, my hanger's gonna be pretty. That's not even half the colors he said. That goes on.
Can't see.
Okay, wait. Okay, sis. Without dumping them. Look there. He just picked one of each of the different ones he could reach. These are half ounce. And that's perfect for these. Do it yourself. An old lady had oh, look at this purple. See, an old lady, few years, about 5 years ago, started buying stuff, and I was crocheting for her, and whatever was left over, she'd give me. Well, she sent me these to make some bookmarks and stuff, or granny squares, and then she passed away. So her son said, just keep them all. I must have like 140 or 180 of these skeins, about anywhere from 20 to 60 each. This is 1.5 ounce. These are perfect for everything. Oh, I got a bag in. Oh, who got a bag in? You did? Okay.
Michelle's like, uh-oh, I have a yarn addiction.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine died, and I had bought a lot of really expensive yarn, and I didn't have no place for it, so she put it in her shed. When she died, I went to get them because I had put them in these big old totes. I said, this is too heavy, but I put the tote in my truck anyhow. About 13. I got them back over here, and I went, what in the heck's going on? And I opened it up. It was mostly newspapers and stuff. So I went back and I told her family, I said, where's my yarn? I bought it. Here's my receipt from there. And she just stored it for me. And I let her have a few of them. And they said, we don't know. And the expensive yarn. After Hurricane Rita had hit, Hobby Lobby and Mike and Walmart had all their yarn on sale. And I had bought probably about 5 or 6 buggies full. And I was really upset. I lost all that yarn. And then the silk flowers. They said, well, it's not here. It's not here. I said, yes, it is. There's some of them there in the bird cage. So I got a little of it back, but not a lot of it. What you suggest? You getting a plate? Give me one, but I just want the rice in it. I only want the one with 2. If you don't mind. Okay. He's going to get us Mexican, and I'm not one for Mexican food, but if that's where he's going, I'll let him get it. I like tacos and stuff, but they don't like me. It's something about the seasoning. And see, I can't have the refried beans like he likes, so I double up on the rice, which I shouldn't anyhow. You know how that goes. We always do things we're not supposed to. Or eat things we're not. Oh, wow. Now that came out just right. Let me see here. 1 row too many, and I can cut that 1 row off. Yep. I'm sorry, when it comes to crafting, I'm a miser with everything. I do everything as much as I can, and any little bit, I save it. I'll even like 2-hole by 2-hole. I'll keep it, and I stitch the cross stitch in it, and then I'll cut the corners, and it makes the perfect thing for eyes.
Or a nose or something, yeah.
A little tongue, you know. I had some stuff on my neck. I hate my camera. Right in here. And they burned them off. Then they froze them off. They tried cutting them off. And one grew back, and it's spiky, and it catches my hair, and that hurts. When I'm making these, Stacey, sis, I always tell them, make at least 5 extra in case you pull too hard and it breaks. check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I need 9 more, but I'm going to cut 1 extra. We were trying to leave on the 3rd, but found out it's going to cost us $200 more for the vet, which I don't want to do that. And then we're going so full that we have to have a hotel room, which is $75 a night, going there because we can't use the cargo area because it's going to be full of boxes for Robbie and his auction. You know, I gotta get that out of here because we go to move. I don't want to pay for 2 extra loads being sent over there, and it's going to cost me $4,000 for an 18-wheeler. But no, I don't. We're just going to rent a budget truck from over there. You can rent it for a month, my attorney said. And we got 2 people that'll drive back and forth with Wolf. One will go one time, one will go the next time. And I'll be staying over there. I don't really like it that I'm staying over there, but you know, I'll have somebody with me. He's gonna make sure I have somebody that can take care of me while Wolf is gone. I'm just hoping the trailer house is not damaged from the storm. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I gotta look. Wolf said we had a box, one of those clear boxes with ribbons in it. I'm gonna look and see. Okay, there's 30 of them. I always like to have like 1 extra in case one splits. We're gonna wait and mail it from Robbie's. It's so much cheaper than mailing it from here. So we're going to bring it with us to Robbie's, and then I'll mail it to you, sis, once we get there. I can save about $25 shipping, $20, $25, $30 in shipping. Okay, there's my pieces for today. I'll be right back. I gotta go find out where my needle's at. See, we got 3 work rooms. That's what I'm saying. Makes a mess. You know, talk about a flying leap forward. I got my needle. And my thread. And I'll take my needle off, and I dropped it. Bending forward to the floor was not nice. Still have that vertigo. I don't, like I said, I really don't know. Ooh. I don't like to use too much white on them because white gets dirty so easily. It shows yuck. So I've got a teal blue, and that's like a greenish blue. It looks darker there. And then I have the purple and pink, and that's what I'm going to stitch them with. Now he also has some autumn colors. Ooh, he has maroon, and I have yellow and burnt orange, and then regular orange. Then I have the maroon with the 2 browns, and then I have gray with blue, and ooh, I can make all different colors. And one lady that when I taught it back about 6 years ago, she bought some variegated thread. She did the whole thing in variegated thread in one color. Then the next one was a variegated thread, then a variegated thread on the next one. That was so pretty. Now, see, I would never have thought variegated would have been pretty enough. But that's how I am. Then, I was doing so much, Wolf made me a winder that I can wind it, especially when on the big skeins, when I pull the outside. Well, that used to make me mad. Had you ever used the Coke bottle 1 and 2 liters, and you cut the top and you put it in there, and then you tape the top on it and use it to pull?
Yeah, like a yarn ball thing. Yeah, yarn bowl. No, I haven't done that, but I've seen it.
Yeah. I've done so much. It's like, Then we keep our paper towel cardboard, the insides, and I put them on that winder and would wind it. Now, of anybody that uses the patty cakes? That's what I call them. I have a big old box of yarn that is that cupcake skeins, whatever, multicolored. Using the I have a whole plastic container full I'd like to get rid of. I get so mad sometimes at everything I've done, and I need to at least sell it. I don't want to give it away because I never know when it's. Let's see, they were $7.99 each, and I've got 3 rows, and they're 6 across or something like that. And I've put them on eBay and everywhere, and I can't sell them. So I'm going to use it on here. And then what I did, I found a box of the big paper towel rolls, and I had taken 2 or 3 of them and used the winder, and I winded them up. And I'm thinking, you know what? They're so thin, you can use 3 of them as one yarn and crochet with all that. What kind of patterns that would make would be beautiful. Wolf asked me, "Are you going to do any basket weaving again?" I went, "No." Why not? He said, "You got all the Spanish moss you want now." I said, "I'm just not in the mood of doing, the basket weaving with the Spanish moss and stuff." "Yeah, but we need some for plants." I said, "When we move, I'll do it." I'm sure Robert will give me all the Spanish moss I want. Now, I have seen people take it once it's stitched like this is on the end, they'll take the clear Elmer's glue and they'll actually put glue on it to where the strings are glued together and don't come apart. That's a lot of work and extra expense.
Mm-hmm.
And most people have to understand when you're doing something on live stream like this, I found out everything's backwards. So my right is my left and my left's my right.
Well,
And see,
you can change that. It's called mirroring. That's what's going on. It's set to mirror.
Okay.
Where my left is is the left of the screen, my right is the right of the screen. Because I'm not mirrored.
Oh, okay. So when I go live this afternoon, I have to do it mirrored.
Take off mirror. And then you'll have the correct, you'll be your left and your right will be your right.
Okay. I'm still learning, sis. Thank you for all the advice, you know. If I go like this, we need to help each other, you know. It just and some people just doesn't understand that. Oh well.
Yeah, well.
I got a knot. Where did that knot come from? Oh man, and it's a big one. And I'm not going to be able to pull it through. It's already in the yarn. There we go. Okay. I was teaching a young lady how to do this, and she had a knot in her yarn and she didn't realize it. She started pulling and I saw her go like this, and good thing she had glasses on or she would have poked her eye out. She tried to put that knot through that hole. And that'll break your intersections too on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta fix my camera for this afternoon where it's hanging downward to show my stitches and not me.
And just forget to take off mirroring. Don't forget to take off the mirroring.
Oh yeah.
Make a note somewhere. Oh, Lord in heaven.
Everybody has a way of doing things. I was teaching this one day at Michael's, and somebody says, well, it's not thick enough on the sides. I said, well, there's two things you can do. Double your thread, and sometimes I'll leave my string out and kind of let it hang and twist out. You can do a single thread or double your thread. But don't pull too hard because you're going to break your plastic canvas, no matter if it's the light one, the heavy one, no matter what. And some of them were so hard-headed. Ooh. I said, I'm teaching you the way I know. If you want to try to do it a different way, that's up to you. I'm showing you the pattern. Work it out yourself. One lady wanted hers really thick. One lady wanted it thin. One lady cut her plastic canvas out 1x7. I said, now what are you going to do with it? Look how much plastic canvas is in between. It's going to show. Well, how am I going to fix that? I said, you're going to have to stitch all the way around on the inside. And I had to teach them how to do that. So, you know, you work with people, you work in retail. I've worked in retail a lot at Sears with my parents, and they taught me a lot, you know, and then I had my own gift shop. And like I said, I sit there all day long making all kinds of things. And when you have the experience of somebody kind of listen, you've never done it, don't think you could, oh, you showed me one stitch, I can do it on my own. And then you usually give them my phone number and they would call me. Now what do I do? Now what do I do? Come meet me at the shop and I'll show you what to do. I got it finished, sis. Okay. Now what I do is I take it like this and I'll wick stitch on the end.
Okay.
This is usually where it's going to break. It's going to break. And only 9 more to go. 8 more to go in this color. Oops, I gotta fix something. I must have turned my plastic canvas the wrong way. I got a hole missing. It don't look right. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stitch it anyhow. Now, I used to do these when I first started with the metallic threads, and I double them. But pretty soon that got costly. So I said,
yes.
Very costly. They would sell good, but I have.
Well, you know, you could do a regular with the metallic.
Yeah.
If you want to just give it that little extra sparkle.
Yeah. Now, I know one lady would take it and she passed her finger in Elmer's glue, and she had a paper towel with glitter on it. She'd rub just the sides with Elmer's glue and dip it like that, and it had glitter on the ends of it. And it sparkles in the sun. It looks really good, but that's something, you know, teaching, you can't really do all that like that.
No, it has to be simplified.
Yeah, very simplified.
Yeah, once somebody masters the simple, then they can create whatever they want, you know.
Right. Like this afternoon, I'm going to show them how to cut the plastic how to take the yarn and stitch it, how to fold it together and stitch it. Now they can take 4 or 5 days. Somebody may just take a day and get them all done, and then when we come back, we'll put them together and I'll show how to put the beads in between them.
Right.
Because see, my hands are numb from my carpal tunnel.
I'm sure. It's a lot of work for you.
Yeah. One lady was smart. She put the plastic canvas, she used her bobbin on her sewing machine, her thread, and she would not use the electric thing, but hand turn it. And she put like 3 or 4 stitches in one, then she'd go to the next one, put 3 or 4 stitches in it. And she went all the way around it with all different colors and stuff, and it was so pretty. And I would have never thought about that.
All right, I'm going to step away for a moment, Barbara, okay?
Okay, I'll watch the room for you, sis.
Thank you.
Okay. I like the little kitty cats and stuff up there. I can't believe where that hurricane is still at. And I mean, it's going into South Carolina, where my friend's coming from to meet us at Robbie's in Florida. And it's moving so slow and it's picking up speed. I'm worried about it. That's a cute little cat there. And I'm looking at some patterns, things I may want to try to make later, and teach how to make, because I can just kind of count it and make them. I don't know where I got the gift of doing that. I can look at something and make it and just keep going with it. Here's the little birds I was thinking about. Uh-oh. There's so many things on the internet you can find. Hey, Kristen, welcome back over here. Stacey walked away for a little bit. I'm watching the room, and then I'm going to pop out. I went ahead and made one of my things for the flowers we're going to do this afternoon. And I need more than one, that's for sure. I'll have to do the second one, and I'll show them how to put them off the side. Then we'll put them together later. Probably, let's see, today's what? Friday, probably Monday afternoon. I'll give them enough time to get some crafting supplies together, and I'll show them how to cut it out. And we're gonna make this pretty, the window catcher, a dream catcher, like a flower, if you ask me. They call them it's a window hanger, and you do it out of plastic canvas and yarn. Make 9 of one color, 9 of the other, and 9 of the other, and no, 9, 18, and 18. And as it gets bigger, the center one, everything comes to the center and makes a flower. Well, some may just want the flower, but the other one goes this way and then this way all the way around it, the third color. The last color, got to make sure that points on the outside. And I got my 3 colors. This is a pretty teal green, this is a purple, and then a pink. So I'm going to make mine in those colors. But just all that cutting I've been doing today, my hands are hurting. It's a real thick plastic canvas. So, but yeah, I've got that, and I'm going to, if I can get them started. Because a lot of people wants to do crafting, but they don't have the equipment to do it. You don't want to do something that's going to be really expensive. I was able to cut out the whole thing for this out of one big sheet of plastic canvas, and it's like $1 something. And then a lot of people has yarn, and then you need your plastic canvas needle with the big eye, and then just some cheap little beads to put inside. Some people don't even want the beads inside, but I think it makes it pretty with the beads inside. Just tired. I told, excuse me, Stacey, when she comes in, I'm going to be leaving out. I'm going to rest a little bit. I'm going on at 5 o'clock to show this, so. I love her kitty cats. I said, send me the pattern. Looks nice. I found some with little dogs and stuff to make with pom-poms. So I'm going to try to make some, at least one before this afternoon. Hey, no white. Huh?
You ready for yours?
Yeah. Put this in here. One thing I don't like about doing craft work is using white thread. It gets dirty so easily. But 9 times out of 10, we do have to use that white thread. And it's not very, very easy. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's 2 o'clock over there at Stacey. 1 o'clock here. I didn't know it was that late. This one here. Thank you. So. Boy, that smells good. Oh, I know what I need to do. While I'm sitting here waiting for Stacey to get back, I need to check my blood sugar. Oh, thank you. It's rough being a diabetic, I tell you people. Not only do I have to check my sugar 4 times a day, which is a needle, I have to take anywhere from 3 to 6 shots a day. I hate needles. I'm used to it, but I still hate
Hi,
it.
Kristen.
Hey, sis. Stacey, I'm going off. I'm going to eat lunch.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk
Thank
to you later.
Hang. That took a little longer than I thought. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm fine. Anytime I can help, let me know. Okay. God bless everybody. Bye-bye.
Hi, Cheryl. I sent that link to you, Willow. And I don't know if Carol's still around. She wanted to come up. I sent it to her too. Anybody else want to come up? You're more than welcome. Send me an email or drop your email in the chat and I will email you the link. Oh, really? Oh. Try that one again. Hi, Dawn.
Hello.
What you doing today, Dawn? Hi, Joy.
Not a whole lot.
How you feeling today, Willow?
Better than I was yesterday.
That's good. Better's always good than worse, so.
True. Yeah, I finally got some sleep. They, I don't know, they inject like an analgesic of some kind and some more steroid. And the steroid just makes me batty and I don't sleep. So last night I was able to get a good night's sleep.
Good.
But yeah, until I get there, it's pretty rough. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Joyce. No, when I went to grab your link, I was the city capital news channel. I get a newsletter, basically, you know, every day that's like summary, and they pick up stories from here as well. And yeah, some of it, the local meatpacking plant's construction worker was up on a ladder and got electrocuted and then fell the ladder. You know, ow, I've done that before. I didn't fall off the ladder, but I have been on a ladder when I got zapped. Thankfully, I was able to pull away, you know, so I just got singed a little.
Yeah, singe just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nothing compared to rescuing a dog from an electric fence. And that one I buzzed for days afterwards. Because I repeatedly got zapped, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I was taking the zap instead of the dog so that I could get it loose and, you know.
Don't you take
You robot it on me, kid.
what's going on, Dawn? Carol, if you're still around and want to come up, I did resend that link for you.
I'd you send her the YouTube one too?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I did the same. So it was obviously the last one in my copy. Didn't pick up the copy on this one.
It happens. I've done that. Or I'll think it was the last thing that I grabbed, you know, and I'd had to like grab another link for, you know, another channel to drop or something, you know, and you know, I go to send it, and that's what they end up getting, because that's the last thing I copy pasted. And you just space it, you know, amongst all the other stuff you're doing, you know, modding and what have you. It's it can be funny sometimes. You know, they'll come back in the chat and I'll be like, what was that? You know.
Not sure who's still around. Everybody's awfully quiet.
Probably multitasking.
Mm-hmm.
Or like me last night at the sale, I fell asleep. Dozed right off, missed the last drawings and stuff, and everybody's, you know, showings and stuff.
Well, didn't miss too much more because we had to shut it down because she lost power, lost her internet.
Yeah.
So she's Carolinas, I think, somewheres.
She's in the path of that and all of its antics. Yeah, Nana Tink had a sale yesterday afternoon, and you know, she was there by herself because Victoria's was spotty. Victoria came on her phone for a while, and we using the Wi-Fi there in the home, and it was getting janky, and it started erroring. So her hubby said that, you know, they needed to reboot, and so I offered to come in for a few minutes while they did that, and it didn't want to boot back up. They had lost internet in the meantime, and you know, she was helping Tink keep track of, you know, the bids in the chat and what have you and stuff. And right about that time, she had switched over from selling cosmetics to jewelry, and Victoria knows jewelry. I know, or Victoria knows makeup. I know jewelry. So it kind of worked out. I was able to help her because she knows nothing about jewelry. I was able to help her identify and what have you. And her chat wasn't familiar with, you know, like my knowledge of jewelry and stuff. Yeah, I don't know much about that. And, you know, I buy a few things here and there, but I buy it for mixed media stuff and not actually wearing makeup. But, you know, unless I'm like, you know, finding something for sis, because she still wears makeup to work. But, don't know, it just worked out. And I just didn't realize how many people like that come to hers didn't realize that I knew about jewelry. It was kind of funny. But it was cool.
Well, because they know you more as a moderator or jokester, the one with the quick one-liners in the chat, you know?
Yeah.
They don't realize how much knowledge you actually have.
Well, they sell different stuff over there. And, you know, very, 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 very little of it is jewelry. So, you know, the jewelry buyers, you know, that's not a bunch of them go over there, you know, especially the ones that's specifically what they look for. So they just didn't know that about me. So they learned something new.
Yeah, I was in there for a while. I think Victoria, it was when they lost it totally. And then she was on her phone. And I think it left a little while after that.
Yeah, she was going to come back on panel and, you know, finish. You know, I was just popping in to fill in. But then she couldn't, and I was like, it's fine. I'm good. And we just got her finished. And, yeah, she tried to stay in chat. I don't know how well she stuck, but I think then she was having to use, like, phone data instead of Wi-Fi.
The storm has really messed a lot of people up with their lives and stuff. Plus, YouTube, just before all this, was already starting to have issues with their servers and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's messing with a lot of people's schedules, and people are, you know, holding off shipping until after, so that packages don't get, you know, lost in the chaos. You know, if they're en route and what have you. You know, I gotta get me a bottle of water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I see you're working plastic canvas today.
Yeah. Last night killed me. I'm just kind of like, the repetitiveness is kind of what I need right now.
Mm-hmm. The rhythm. Yeah, it allows you to kind of sink into a bubble. I do
I
that.
create
That's why.
something pretty while I'm there.
Yeah. I do that. That's why I keep like cross stitch around and that kind of thing, you know. Or needle point. Which needlepoint is basically plastic canvas, but it's just not on plastic, it's on, you know, textile canvas. And embroidery, which is a change of all kinds of different stitches. Yeah, it has a lot to do with mood. You know, are you in the mood for something complex? Or are you in the mood for something, you know, simple and rhythmic, or, you know. Or are you just in the mood for something just that's flat out tedium?
It's like thought, but no thought.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Sis has just come in to sit and soak her feet and eat her lunch, and Miles wants to help. He's like, what do you got? Can I have some?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's more like, just what do you got? And he just has some.
Mm-hmm.
So he can stop it.
What do you got? Thank you.
He doesn't even bother with that. He just dives in. He's like, yeah, buddy. He's learning. He's just, you know, he's a boy, so he's a little slower on the pickup, you know. But they all get trained here eventually. Esme's still in training, and she's over a year old, so. Of course, she's an innate alpha, so she's, you know, I'm the boss, and, you know, so if I want it, it's mine, and you have to, you know, get them to understand that that's not the case, you know. That I'm the real alpha, and you know, you ask. She's getting there, but she still has her moments of stupid. And Jazzy, she's more of a timid kitty, so she's, you know, she's better at asking at this point.
Yeah, she's more of the mother may I. Mother
Yeah.
may I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my two older cats, they both just know, you know. They'll give it a whiff, and then they'll look at me, you know, like, can I have some? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll wait patiently until I give them some. They do not try to grab from my plate or whatever, you know, they just don't.
Mm-hmm.
They'll all get there eventually. They'll learn at their own pace. And that's why Esme, even though she's, you know, pushing a year and a half old now, that I still consider a kitten, because she's one of those that she's probably not going to mature and, you know, totally get it until she's probably about 3. So.
Hi, whoever else joined us. Say hello. Let me know who's visiting the house.
Hello. Yeah.
That's I got at least 5 other people in here. 4 to 5, depending on what number you're looking at.
Yeah, I think the only reason that I don't have any cats up here with me right now is because somebody's eating. You know, those just sprawled on the floor out here.
Mm-hmm.
Carol's back. She's just listening, diamond dotting.
Alright. Must have stepped away. I did send you the link, Carol. The second email, not the first.
The first one is the link to the YouTube.
If you wanted to come up and just chill. If not, that's cool too. Whatever.
So what are the finished pieces on these? Do you have any of those done? Or... Yeah, I should have known. Oh, little putty tats.
And then I got to use the threads and do the details. But
yeah, do the whiskers and the bow trims and or edgings, back stitching or whatever. Yeah, I haven't done plastic canvas much in years. I mean, I've still got stuff. Comes in handy. But my hands don't tolerate it as well as they used to. Sometimes you get in those tight spots and it's really hard to get the needle pulled through, and that's when my hand grumps, even with a needle minder. Or a grr, or whatever you want to call it.
yeah, I got a diamond dot thing too. Figured I'd try that.
Yeah, I didn't know if I would like it or not, but I actually do enjoy it. But it's more of a winter thing for me. Of course, right now I haven't been able to do anything. And that graph I made, it dawned on me, hey dummy, you didn't center. And that bugs me. As soon as I thought it, it's bugged me ever since. So I'm going to redo it and center it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just started on one sheet and just kept going over instead of, centering it. Duh. So I'll redo that and get it to where it doesn't bug me anymore. Now that I had the other half of that done, we'll see recovery-wise what my hand does. If it doesn't recover, then I'll be getting further testing to find out
why.
Make sure it isn't something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like tied to the shoulders or carpal whatever or whatever.
Right.
Because, being a lefty, having your left hand funking out on you and doing weird stuff is...
Yeah, it's upsetting when you go to a doctor and there's something wrong with the left side and you're lefty. And they're like, oh, well, it's your left side. I'm like, I'm left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's like, did you not look at the chart? You've only seen me 15 times. You don't realize that I'm left-handed yet?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, they have a really bad habit of just automatically assuming everybody's a righty. No. Yeah, even like my inhaler, I use my inhaler with my left hand. I've had to learn to do it with my right because the left one won't squeeze it anymore. That's pretty weak. You can't even squeeze an inhaler because it doesn't take much. So.
Yeah, that is pretty weak.
Mm-hmm. Well, I even go to push a button, like the power button on my laptop, and it'll buckle. You don't want to push that little button. It's just annoying. You know, because some of it's numbness, some of it's needles, some of it's burning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, comes in waves.
Well, it could be multiple things too. And once they get this out of the way.
Yeah, we need to rule this out first because it's occurred during this. So, you know, ruling that out and going from there. Hello, Joyce.
Hi, Joyce.
Oh, you're one of those that stitches it and then cuts it out.
Yeah. Then I do the trim. This way, I don't mess up. I don't know. To me, cutting apart, I don't want to cut the wrong line or whatever, you know, just one thing can mess you up badly.
My problem is if I cut after and I screwed it up, yeah, then I had to stitch the whole thing again. And, you know, so yeah.
Well, an edge repair is a lot easier than pre-cutting a whole line of stuff not missing, you know, not being there. So, yeah.
Well, I, you know, check it like 3 times at least before I mark, you know.
Just like I had someone ask me why I don't just, you know, do it this way or whatever. It's not comfortable for me to do it that way. I don't know why.
Well, everybody does stuff differently, and that's part of your process, you know. And you know me, I'm always
like, oh, why aren't we?
Process.
Whatever, I can even, you know, do that and bend the. I don't like bending the.
Yeah, I don't bend either.
Canvas.
No.
Because
if you have a stubborn one you're having to pull through on, you're more apt to bust it if you've bent. Because it's already putting a strain on it, so. No, I've just always been fascinated by people's process. It's an analytical thing, you know, and I'm an analytical thinker, so.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, growing up, I never really thought about it because I wasn't around other crafters. You know, I was the only one in the family. So. Everything I learned by trial and error or by books or kits, you know, with instructions,
right.
You know, that kind of thing. And then ventured out from there as, you know, especially when the internet happened, you know. I'll never forget when I figured out that one. Sis took me to work for a day. And, because she had a computer. And I'd never been on a computer ever. And she took me to work and she put me on there. And, you know, she taught me how to do a keyword search. Well, you know what my first keyword search was going to be was free craft patterns. And boy, here they come. And I was like, man, I hope you got a lot of paper. 'Cause yeah, I went home with a nice stack of patterns and for all different kinds of things. And yeah, I was good for a long while there.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, she doesn't remember that. I remember it vividly. It's in that old building.
Well, because that was your first access to a whole new
Yeah, I was like, we gotta
world,
get one of these at
basically.
home. We gotta get one of these at home, you know? And we did eventually. We got PC and yeah. I was buying reams and reams of paper and ink and all that fun stuff because I was finding all kinds of neat things. And I've probably still got some of those original patterns, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still got some of them in my pattern library. Because, yeah, a good pattern, they're hard to find, especially now. There's just so much of it out there. You know, the craft world, like, exploded. And you know, some people are good at making patterns or kits and some aren't. You know, you get it, the instructions are screwed up. I really hate it when, you know, it's all messed up. You can't figure out what's going on. You go look at the website or the publisher's site or, you know, whether it's in a book, magazine, whatever, and there's corrections. I really hate corrections. You know, this should have been vetted before it was ever published. You know, actually make a piece following your own instructions and see whether it works before you publish it. You know, because I really hate, you know, finding that. You know, and then you got to attach it. And then what if you didn't find it? What if you don't do the pattern for 15 years later? And yeah, there's no corrections still up. They're, you know, they're all gone. The website's gone. Whatever. You know, then you're basically screwed. So yeah, I find that very frustrating.
Or left to your own devices of trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, and I mean, with a lot of stuff, you know, I've got enough experience and I figure it out. But you know, when I was younger, I didn't. You know, and you know, you buy a book and you know, it'd be screwed up, and yeah, the web wasn't there for corrections. They just correct it the next time they put out another edition in publication, if they ever did. Otherwise, yeah, you were just stuck with a crappy ass pattern, and I don't like that.
Then you learn about what Wayback Machine is. Wayback Machine? You familiar with that? It's a site that keeps pages that you can no longer find. They keep a digital copy of it.
Never ever heard of that.
It's called the Wayback Machine.
Yep, wrote that down. While trying to choke on a pill, no less. I really struggle with uncoated pills. Because I have a very small throat. And, yeah.
Yeah, some of these pills are those. Yeah.
And it never fails that the uncoated ones are like gigantic. You know, there's people that can just take like a fistful of pills and chunk them in their mouth and just
Yeah, I can.
That ain't me. I can do like 3 little ones. You know, maybe 4 if they're real little, but yeah, no, I can't do that. Never have been able to. It's because I found out when I had, a thingy ran down my throat when they were doing cameraing on my stomach and esophagus that I have a very small throat. So it's kind of like, well, duh.
Mm.
Kind of figured that out. Yeah, I must be having one of the same moods you are today, because I'm just like sitting here staring at you stitch after stitch,
Mm-hmm.
And I find it soothing.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Sharon. Strong Minds Jewelry Lovers is
Hi, Sharon. What you doing?
Yeah, Friday. Just another day to me, but Sis is happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's, quite cold and went back to work yesterday and still don't feel with crap, but she doesn't have a lot of medical leave right now.
Happy Friday.
Still waking up. I can relate to that.
I'm surprised I got up as early as I did. Last night truly just whooped me. Plus it was longer because she was doing all the giveaways for her milestone,
Yeah, I wondered about that. Yeah, I vaguely remember them reaching their goal. And then, kind of after that, not so much. So if they ever did get that drawing done, I wasn't.
Yeah, they did the giveaway for the jewelry.
Yeah, I wasn't in on it because I was sawing logs sitting here on the sofa.
And everybody put in for it, so the odds went down exponentially.
Yeah.
And like some of the other items, not everybody would go in for that, kind of thing or whatever.
Well, it's not like I ain't got a heap of jewelry around here that I still need to break down, so I had to quit doing jewelry deconstruction when the hand started acting up, so.
Oh, it was so funny with the crystal thing. Because as soon as it came up, you were the first person popped in my head. I'm like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Willow thing.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. No. Don't thank me. It's fine. Happy birthday. It's not a thing. That's not what I was talking about. I was just saying it was like, and then you started questioning, and I'm like, ooh. And then you bought it, and I'm like, ah. Because I don't want to interrupt the process, So I'm waiting for it to kind of flow out. And then you said, I'm like, oh no, don't charge her.
Hey, Scarlett. Yeah, that popped up, and I was like, ooh, because I've got, selenite wands and beaded wands, and I've got several wands, and I've been trying to think of something to display them, and I have had no luck. As in, I've been trying to come up with something, for years, and then that popped up, and I was like,
Hi,
ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. What are you doing? Are you gonna get, huh? Get, girl. Good girl. Yeah. Kim is a little jazzy. Yeah, her nails are shrieking through the house, and you know, spider walking on the back of the sofa. And,
You're doing all right. What's up with you, Scarlett?
Feeling better today than I was yesterday, so I'll take it. Gladly. Yeah, yesterday for me it was like the tail end of the steroid thing. So today, you know, last night I got a decent night's sleep. Today I feel a little better, so good shower day to wash off all the funk. Because I sweat from that stuff. Terrible. Oh, God. And there's definitely a funk in it, because even the cats are like, whoa, Mom. You know, they can smell like the medicine.
Yeah. Steroids suck.
Yeah, today's the day. Shower, strip to bed, blah, blah, blah. The after effects, you know, refreshing everything.
Yeah.
A little bit chilly there in the UK. We've been having pretty cool nights. You know, at most upper 50s, and you know, down to even the low 40s. I think we've even had one or two nights that was like upper 30s. Of course, heading into October here, you know, October is usually when we have our first hard freeze, which takes care of the bugs for the season. We ain't there yet, though. In fact, Sis caught a great big garden spider that the cats were playing with. Put it outside. But yeah, we're basically, most nights, you know, heater at night, AC, you know, in the afternoon, a little after the sun sets, and then, yeah, kick that off, open the windows for a while, and then it starts getting a little too cool, so then you close it back up, and you're good for a little bit, and then you put the heater on, and, you know, reverse it in the morning. It's that busy time of year where you kind of run the gamut. Which I haven't been able to do the window opening and closing stuff because of the bending issue with that here lately. So the only one I can open right now is the kitchen one, because it's, you know, above the sink. I don't have to bend. So it's been kind of challenging. I haven't been able to have as much open window as I would like, which also helps the power bill, but you know, I'm not going to have them open and then, you know, freeze the last several hours before Sis can come home and close them, you know.
Right.
Not worth it. Definitely not worth it. You know, because she doesn't even get off work until 11, so. And the sun here has been going down 8-ish. By 8:30, we're pretty much dark. In the dead of winter, we're dark at 5:30-ish. So. Hello, Penny.
Hi, Penny. Oh, I just got your package. Hey.
Penny Pudge.
I was actually going to open that when I got to the top of this bow. That's funny. She shows up. Like she read my mind.
Yeah, I've got packages in the mail, but Sis is running late, so I probably won't get them until tonight when she comes home. She'll either come up on her way to work, or if she doesn't even have for that, she'll pick them up when she gets home, on her way home, you know, down at the mailbox. Penny Pudge is definitely a crafter, paper craft, mixed media.
Oh, yes.
Well, new name to me, so I am checking out her channel. And I'm liking what I see, so I'm going to hit that red button. And ring the bell. And now you have 293 in your family. Cool beans. Cool, Scarlet. So now you have 290, what, 4? So you gained a couple.
Yeah, she's really good at what she does.
I seen that. I liked what I seen. Just scanning the thumbnails. I was like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, stamps and ephemera and
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely up your alley.
junk journaling, and yeah, I do a lot of that, but I'm fascinated by it. I don't have the materials to do much of it at this point. I mean, I've got some stuff.
Yeah, but you utilize stamps and stuff like that, and it's always nice to learn about different types of inks or whatever that may come out that you know might not be aware of or something, you know.
Yeah, I've bought a couple of like lots of stamps, or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've gotten lots of stamps, but ink pads, a couple of lots of ink pads as well. So different kinds, different materials that I'm gonna tinker with here as soon as I can get my craft room set back up. I've got the space, you know, layout papers, and I wanna try my hand at a junk journal. The last time I did
it's my
it was Book of Shadows, and that was years ago.
hold on a second.
Oh yeah, I like to recycle, repurpose. And I don't buy much new because I can't afford it. Fixed income. So. But yeah, if there's a pretty piece of paper or cardboard or foil or whatever, you know, on envelopes or packaging, retail packaging and stuff, yeah, I hang on to it. I've probably got more of the stuff than I think I do.
Yeah, I think you do have more than you realize.
Yeah, probably when I sit down to go at that angle and, you know, going through and organizing and stuff like that when I'm getting my craft room set back up, that I will be like, ooh, okay, yeah, I can go a bit with this, so. Because, you know, everything's kind of hit and yawn now. Everything it's not all together like it should be, which drives me nuts. I'm a Libra. Everything's got to be balanced and organized. I'm just that way, and it's not right now, which drives me nuts. But
see what Penny says, use what you have. It's our motto.
Well, I've always been about recycle, repurpose, that kind of thing. I mean, even my mom, she was a frugal woman, but she didn't think that way. You know, and she'd be like, why are you keeping that? Because it would be good for this, or this, or this, or this, you know. And she's like, oh, well, okay. She wasn't a crafter, so her mind didn't go there. You know, she's like, you know, whatever. But then when I would make something using repurposed materials or refashion something into something entirely different. Or, we'd be working on some project around the house, construction type stuff or that kind of thing. And you're like, oh, well, I've got this. This would fit there and, work to do this or that, And it was just some random thing that I had hung on to because I could see purpose in it. And it ended up, saving our keister from having to, drop $40 for some random weird thing that they seem to think is gold plated. That I had just salvaged from something else. Then, they'd be like, yeah. But yeah, beyond that, it's like, why do you keep all this crap? Well, that's when you keep a mental list of all those times that stuff did save pieces and rattle them off and say, well, with it, you didn't have a problem with it when it did this, and you didn't have a problem with it did this, and then they generally just don't say anymore because they're going to put their foot in it. Cheerios box.
She gave me the beginnings of a journal right there.
Cool. Yeah, cereal boxes are great because, the cardboard, it's just the right thickness and density, but yet thin and lightweight enough for a lot of things. Even just to use as a cardboard base. You have no idea.
Right, a base, and then you build on from there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have no idea how many doll shoes I've made using cardboard from cereal boxes as, the base material for the sole that you build onto. You cover it in fabric and and add the foam on the bottom and you do some of that crinkly paper stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Something I've been seeing in packaging more lately is that honeycombed, kind of fluffy cardboard brown paper kind of thing. Yeah, but it's soft and pliable. It flexes. No, I mean it curves more like that paper you just had in your hand.
Oh,
But
like corrugated cardboard without the other side?
No, it's more like brown paper that's kind of done like that. But then they cut it in a honeycomb. Like when you pull it, it would look like a honeycomb. And
oh, okay, yeah.
That. Yeah. I'm like, what can I do with that? Yeah, I've kept a few pieces of that. Nice size pieces.
Paper.
Oh, is that like tea stained or something?
I'm not sure which one this was. I just like the color. It's a soft pink.
Yeah. Like cranberry juice or something.
I don't know. And then I got this is just a cardstock.
Yeah.
All kinds of.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of cardstock. Cardstock and scrapbook paper.
Honey, you got a spit in your house.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I do. No, I was buying the books of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper because I use that to make my sewing pattern envelopes.
And some scraps of foam, a piece of ribbon.
Oh yeah, I got mine
tied up
I don't have a problem with it. I'm a seamstress, so yeah, I don't have a problem with fabric. In fact, I'm going to be downsizing my fabric because it's kind of exploding right now.
And then these cute little guys too.
Ouch. But no, I've always liked decoupage, and I'll use weird things for decoupage.
Take off all that modern ink from the old image. And I got 2 more little pieces.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the paper was dyed with avocado, I think. She put avocado in the chat.
Avocado, yeah. Yeah, you literally showed up just in time. So funny.
Yep, you prompted a conversation and an unboxing or unbagging.
Well, no, I was gonna do it when I got to that point on the thing anyway, and then she showed up. I'm like, wow, okay.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, and it's back of it. You could actually put something in here, the way that it's designed. In between the design, if you wanted to, a background of some sort.
Abalone.
And then I got these, which I thought was so
that
cute.
That would be me grinding a nice flat piece of abalone and putting it in the background. You know, the blues and purples, the water effect. Pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Little flower baskets.
Yep.
Cute.
And of course, one of these will become a necklace set, or necklace and earrings, if they are. So, light earrings. Although I'm not a huge fan of utilizing charms that face the same way as earrings.
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
A lot of people do, but I'm not a huge fan. So it'll probably just be one for a pendant, and I'll use the others elsewhere. But yeah, all these cutesy things. Yeah, she has a lot of great stuff. And she creates phenomenal things. Okay.
Mostly this summer I've been working on bead weaving until my hand decided to funk out. So now I'm just drafting patterns for bead weaving. Which even that's kind of driving me crazy because I usually use color pencil and I can't.
I'll probably even her little note. I might tea dye it or something and put it in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually keep the notes that I get in packages and stuff. Because, you know, it's ephemeral.
See, you've got a ton of stuff ready to go into a scrapbook.
Yeah.
You could do a YouTube scrapbook.
I'm like, oh my God, woman, wake up. That's how disconnected I am from my craft supplies because I haven't been able to get to so much of it. And, you know, I'm just, ugh.
Thank you very much, Penny. Everything was wonderful.
I will be right back here.
Mm-hmm. So I will have fun when I get prepared to do that. Save my Cheerios box. Oh, the charms and stuff, or the round ones, or the flowers. I don't know what you're referring to. Hello. How are you doing today? Yeah, they are pretty neat, Penny. Because you could just even put like a cellophane wrapper from candy or whatever, you know, that, and give it stained glass effect or whatever. Did you want to hop on for a little bit, Ella? I'll send you the link. Or are you too tired from doing your auction already? Hello, here. You don't have to dance about the room. Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome
Hey,
back.
Ella. Ella's doing invoices. Packaging invoices. Weighing and bubble wrap, tape, and all that fun stuff. Have fun with that. Just the thoughts that make me tired. Here's the kittens again. They were tumbling around my bedroom, but they just came streaking back in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long while since I had 2 kittens in the house at once. And,
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun, but I'd forgotten how loud they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tumbling around and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking herd of elephants coming through the house. It's so fun to watch them, though.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's all a part of, we expect that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Spider crawling up the back of the sofa again.
Mm-hmm. Because it's fun.
Can y'all hear all that?
A little bit. It's not bad.
I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here, but all that noise is them. They are fired up right now. Won't be too much longer, though, and they'll run out of gas, and they'll have their afternoon siesta. And wake up about supper time, get a recharge there, and then we'll do it again. They'll run out of gas, about 10 o'clock, about an hour or so before Sis gets home. And then they'll wake back up because Sis got home. And play some more for a while and get cuddles from her and what have you, and see what she's up to. And then that'll get boring, and then they'll sprawl out again and bumble into bed with whichever one of us they prefer for the evening.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. What you doing, Sable? What you doing? Yeah. Yeah. Sweet girl. Bye, Penny. Take care, hon. Chris.
Thanks for stopping in, Penny. You're welcome in anytime. That's what it's about. Nice, peaceful place to
chill and create. Or just chill when you can't create. How's Chris doing? What?
Hi, Chris.
What's it pop for?
I was very impressed with you last night that you got the nerves up to show your face. And you're cute.
Oh, where was that?
When we first started last night.
Oh, okay.
We were all on camera.
That didn't come until after.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back and check that out.
She's adorable.
Yeah, it's not as scary as you think it is.
And that was, I believe that was literally her first time showing her face on YouTube.
Cool.
Mm.
Oh, is that what you wanted? You wanted a chin scratch? And Sable decided she wanted to be helped for a while.
Well, that happens. They all
Yep.
want to be babies. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. She pretty much goes everywhere I go.
Oh, so she became the mama's girl.
Mm-hmm. Well, since she became the mother hen, anyways.
Mm-hmm. She's like, no, I get it. I get it, Ma.
Well, I mean, she's always kind of had mother hen tendencies, but Callie was the big mother hen, the elder, the senior, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then after Callie passed, she took on the mantle full, and she puts me to bed every night. She escorts me to the bathroom, to the kitchen, wherever. Wherever I go, she goes. She might be yawning doing it, but she does it.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be like, "Oh God, not again! You need to get up again," you know. But you know, there's usually more than one, but the others are all pretty random. I mean, Aspen shows up pretty consistently, but she doesn't like follow me everywhere. But she'll get up here on the sofa and lay down by me for a while so I can cuddle her and scratch her head and all that good stuff, rub her tummy, and but she's another skittish one, so anybody else makes a sound in the house and she takes off. And we're just like that. Yeah. They're just scared of the world. And, you know, those are the ones that definitely need saved because they're the ones that are going to be making more irrational decisions living on the street, you know, and end up out in traffic or something.
Yep.
I don't mind. They can be who they're going to be. My rules are pretty basic. Beyond that, they can be who they want to be. They'll be a cuddler, they won't. They're all handled, you know, equally. Everybody gets held and cuddled and picked up, and some like it more than others. But it tends to mellow out with them after a while, even if they're not too fond of it initially. They get to where they like it because they find out, you know, tummy rubs and scratches aren't a bad thing. You know, some of them like to lay on your lap, others don't, you know. And I'm okay with that. Whatever they enjoy, you know. They're gonna get loved in as much as all the others, just in a slightly different way to accommodate their needs, you know. I mean, we're all individual. Why can't they be? You know, you can't pigeonhole them any more than you can people. Get right. She's just looking at me like, what? She's about half asleep. She's in the zone. guess we're done. Yeah, she wanted to go sprawl out on the floor. I think she's getting warm. She didn't want the body heat. And then she'll get cool and she'll come back up. Now, one of the things with plastic canvas that I've always enjoyed is the Barbie stuff. You know, the three-dimensional Barbie, you know. Props and things, you know. I've got, I don't know how many patterns on that stuff. But I still got some of that stuff I'd like to make. And I don't know, there's some householdy stuff. I mean, this stuff is great for, you know, the little bag things to store the plastic baggies in. I need to make a couple more of those so that I've got like one for each size of bags. Just getting my hand to cooperate. And being able to get a hold of my materials that are in a closet that's slightly buried right now in the storage room. It's not majorly buried, but there's several buckets of stuff that needs to be sorted back into the tool drawer or the plumbing supplies or, you know, whatever stuff. Get those out of there, and then I get them back in my closet. Because that's where all my cross-stitch needlework, my embroidery floss, my plastic canvas, all my felt kits that I've got stored in there, you know, just needlework stuff, all different kinds of needlework stuff, all my yarn. Oh, not all my yarn. Part of my yarn's in a tote in that room, but I mean, even though I don't knit or crochet, I keep yarn around because I use it for doll hair and other crafty things. Not a ton of stuff, but some stuff. Making pom-poms or, you know. And then I've got a needlepoint wool, threads, big old tote of that stuff. Numerous trays of carded embroidery floss. I think I've pretty much got all but maybe a handful of the newest colors in DMC. That's mainly what I have is DMC. And then some of the over-dyed brands.
Alrighty. No. I think I am going to clean this up and be done for the day.
Okay.
Been on almost, I've been on about 3 hours and 40 minutes by the time I get done.
Yeah, you've been on a good while before I got around to getting on here. See, I don't see how you can keep those loose bits of yarn out with your cats around. There's no way. I have to have at least like a lidded jar to drop them into or something. Something, because
They're in a bag.
they'd be all over them.
Oh, in the bag?
Oh yeah, they just grab the bag and run.
Oh, no. Well, I put the bag away. I don't leave it on the counter.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. You just gather up the loose threads.
That bag goes into the other bag.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, you grabbed up a bunch of loose threads there and put them in a bag, and those loose threads laying. No, I can't do that at all. I have way too much help up here. Way too much help up here.
Oh yeah, the little cuts. I have a little separate bag that I put those in, and those get into another area in one of my tubs.
Yeah,
So, yeah. No, I don't leave the little tiny stuff.
Yeah, if it's
Trust me, I had one cat who did it to me twice. I was sitting on my bed crocheting something. I cut, 10-inch length of the yarn. I had it sitting right next to me.
And it vanished.
I looked over, and he was sitting there minding his own business. And I say, no, I kind of glanced over, and I'm like, no, I know I had that piece of yarn there.
Mm-hmm.
Rush him to the vet. I'm like, listen, he just ate yarn. Did you see him eat it? I said, listen, I know I had a piece of yarn there. It's not there now. Go find it before it gets down too far. So luckily they were able to go in and pull it out without having to cut them open.
Yep.
A couple months later, did the same thing. I cut a piece of yarn right next to me.
Yeah, they think you cut it for them. It's like, oh, thanks, Mom.
And they're like, and then I glance over and I'm like, oh, you don't tell me that again. I'm thinking, you didn't learn the first time? Okay. Back to the emergency vet. Went down with the scope, pulled it out in pieces, but it wasn't, digested into his intestinal tract yet, thank God.
Yeah.
I said, literally, he just ate. I got there, like, he just ate this 10 minutes tops. Because they're pretty close by to me. 10 minutes tops. Like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm positive I was there. 10 minutes tops. Okay. Boom. Didn't even question me at all that time. Like, just that one question. You sure? I'm like, yep. Brought him in, went down, ripped it up. Like,
Yeah.
well, I learned my lesson. The second time. They don't learn their lesson the first time.
Yeah, there's no threads laid around, no needles, pins,
Oh, I can leave, like I can have this, no problem. They don't mess with it.
Nope.
But if it's like a loose piece of anything, oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do either. That's why I have snap lock notes. I keep everything.
Plus, I don't have any little babies.
Yeah. Even when I didn't have little babies and they were all grown, there's certain ones that just have a fetish for that. Fabric softener sheets. We had a cat that had a thing for fabric softener sheets. You could not leave one around, or she would eat it. She would eat it. And so yeah, even fabric softener sheets. As you're pulling the stuff out of the dryer, you find the sheet, it goes in your pocket, and then into the trash. You don't set it on top of the dryer, nothing like that. She'd be all over it. It's one advantage we have here. We did lose a baby in the dryer. It got in on Mom, and Mom was deaf. And yeah, here, the utility room where we close off to go out that door so they can't slip out a door, is where the washer and dryer's at. We can close that off when we change loads. Just slip those 2 doors shut, and no kitties. So we don't have that, to worry about.
Let me do my spiel.
Yep.
Okay, I want to thank everybody who came in. Thank everyone who hung out. Thank Willow for hanging out with me up here. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go to my description. Like Ma's Trinkets and Things and the Vintage Hippie. But most importantly, I want you to have a good rest of your day.
Bye, everyone. Have an awesome weekend.